This is Razor fucking Standards for August 22nd of 2025. Quite a few things, few insights I gained. Some just technical, some related to sales, some just about life in general. Let's start with the technical stuff first, because that's not as deep. So in regards to the technical stuff, the process is as follows. I passed my producerism exam. That's been submitted to NIPR. Once they get that, I can apply for the license. I actually already applied for the Wisconsin license and paid for it. Now I'm waiting for the NPN producer number. When I fucking get that, then I can use that. And another thing I forgot to mention is I also submitted fingerprints. So when I get those two things in and I get the NPN number back, then I use that NPN number to apply with carriers. First I have to contract, like FPL or some shit. And then I apply with carriers. So then that's just for state of Wisconsin, and then I get more licenses for other states. A really good tip that one of the guys in Wolves gave today is, rather than just going out buying the biggest, hottest states like Cali, New York, Florida, I guess. Although I will be buying Florida eventually because I am going to be moving there within these coming months to Miami, to Brickell. Maybe not Brickell, but somewhere there. The point is, you buy it for other states, and what this guy's advice was, rather than buying the hottest states, literally on chat, look up what's the cheapest combination of states to buy in terms of licenses that will provide the highest population amount. And chat gave him something about you can buy a third of the American population, so 100 million people or so, for less than $500. That's a damn fucking good deal if you ask me. So I'm gonna do something like that. I'm not gonna limit myself. And then once that's in, then I set up the Pro Dialer and I start making phone calls. And then I start printing cash. And that cash, part of it is given back, part of it is allocated back in the system, part of it is to improve my current lifestyle and to move to Miami. I'm going all in, no limiting beliefs, no fears. I'm sick of holding back. I'm sick of living in fear. So with that noted, that's the technical stuff. In regards to sales, really good sales made by our leader today. I was listening in. One was this older lady. Beautiful, beautiful Panamera. Just drove by. Long story short is, your tonality is going to change based on who you talk to. He was talking to an older lady. Very kind, very Miss Mary, of course. Not being petty, but like literally mirroring the person. Versus if you talk with truck driver John, obviously you're gonna be more boisterous, puff your fucking chest up, that type of deal, right? So that's in regards to the sales aspect. I'm not gonna go too in depth on that part because after all, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of practice. And I'm just practicing continually day in, day out while going through this contracting process. I have to go all in. And I have to go print money. No. Not that, this. And then more on the deeper, not emotional, but mindset side. Today's the first day probably in like a few weeks that I saw a lot of my family members, my parents, one of my sisters, yada yada. No, it was good to see my niece and nephew, and I mean, it was really good to see them. I'm not gonna lie. And just seeing them, the fact that they're either, well, all of them live with practically a poverty mindset, just makes me realize that I have to set the standard for my family name. I'm part of the new generation. I have to be the one to create the wealth and set the standard for mindset in my family. Otherwise, it's just going to be the same depressing, impoverished mediocrity. Just because I'm financially broke right now does not mean does not mean that I won't be a fucking billionaire in a few decades. I have to build a global empire, which is why that's what I'm doing now. Step by step, day in, day out. It starts with wolves and grows from there. And so what I'm trying to say, apart from me talking a little too much about my vision, so I'll stop that now, but the point I'm trying to make is that yes, you have to love and respect your family. They were there for you, but you better make damn fucking sure that one, you give back to them financially, emotionally, spiritually. I'm not saying to drop everything else and go and spend time with them. I'm saying just be there for them, be that producer, be that provider for them. And that starts with financially. Because in this world, if you want to be a winner, you have to be on top of your shit financially. Otherwise, you're fucked. You're cooked, as some guys in Wolves say. Like, literally, it's true though. You're fucking cooked if you're not on top of your money and you're not fucking rich. So that's thing one. The other thing about family is, as much as you love them and they love you, you have to realize that if your intention is to create a global system and become ultra wealthy, they're most likely the ones holding you back more than anyone else, aside from the bullshit that's in your head that you need to work on. The good thing about the stuff inside your head is you can work on that. The people around you, there's no point in trying to fucking change, unless they're young, impressionable, and you spend a lot of time with them. But even that, I don't even know if it's worth the time, because quite frankly, yes, when you have kids, do that. But right now, when you're young and you have nieces and nephews that are impressionable, yeah, give them a good tip every now and then. Yeah, support them. Yeah, tell them that they don't have to live like their parents. That's what I do, because I sure as fuck don't want them to live like their parents. Their life is worth so much more. But what I'm trying to say is, focus on building yourself, and if you need to, fucking separate from your family. If your vision is so immense that you're not willing to let anyone's bullshit get in the way, then if that means cutting off your family 95%, I'm not saying fully cutting off, I'm not saying fucking abandoning them, I'm not saying to tell them to fuck off. No, absolutely not. But what I am saying is, if your intention is to create a global system, is to fulfill an immense global vision, you do have to eventually take some big steps away from your immediate family, because they are the ones holding you back, because they don't have the same visions that you have. Which is why, and I'll end it at 10 minutes, you have to understand that sacrifices are going to have to be made. Winners are made not by throwing their energy around in 30 different places. Winners are made by channeling their energy in one singular fucking direction, ruthlessly, so that energy funnel is so fucking immense towards one fucking system, one direction, that no one can fuck with it. Which is why I'll leave you with that. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. But in the long term, the vision succumbs. No. In the long term, the vision is more important than anything else. Unless, of course, you have other values, then this video is not for you. But if you have that drive, that passion, that fucking burning fire up your ass that just keeps you fucking psycho, constantly thinking about something immense, then goddamn fucking go all in. Stop holding the fuck back. Your life is too fucking short to listen to the mediocrity around you. Exactly why I'm not dropping out, because it's exactly why I dropped out of school. I ended this stupid internship early. Why I'm fucking going all in on wolves. I mean, you're talking balls to the wall, burn the boats. This is it, motherfucker. You find the same system for you and you go all in. And perhaps, in fact, most likely, if you want it as bad as I do, then our paths will probably cross and we'll probably be working together soon. So whoever you are watching, I wish you the absolute best. I wish you to continue working on your vision, still enjoy your life, but understand that the vision trumps every other thing. There is no point in going into an endeavor with the intention of creating something immense and not being fucking ruthlessly over obsessed with it to the point of insanity. Yes, you got to step back and you got to relax. I completely agree. I have the issue of not doing that enough. It's probably why you're listening to me and you're like, who's this fucking psycho? Yes, I am a little psycho, but I want something bad and I'm going to get it. Which is why you should go all in too. All right. Deep breath, relax, have a good night, take care of yourself, make the vision come to life.